Hi, I'm Magdalena from Plunging Coffee Roasters, and today I'm going to show you how to brew a cafetiere. So we're starting with our cafetiere. That's the capacity is 500 milliliters. We also got our hand grinder, the Comandante C40, and our recommendation is 26 clicks for a cafetiere. If you don't have a Comandante at home, you can just always order a particle sort of sample back via our web shop, where you can see the size of the grind and just try to achieve that with your grinder at home. We also got a kettle with a water with about 98 Celsius degrees hot. We're going to be using 500 milliliters of water, 36.5 grams of coffee. So our recommended ratio is 73 grams per liter. It's slightly higher than a usual ratio for brewing coffee, but that's going to give you this nice extra thickness to your coffee, this body and mouthfeel that you would like to enjoy with a cafetiere. Okay, so we're going to start with brewing. I'm just going to pop the cafetiere on the scale. Oh, and obviously you need some sort of scale so you can actually weigh your coffee, weigh your water. It's good to have a timer. If you don't have a scale with a timer, you can just put it. You can just put your phone timer on and start with it. Okay. So I'm gonna add 36.5 grams of coffee to our cafetiere. There we go. And the next step is basically we would like to pour the water as quickly as possible. So also when you have a cafetiere at home, it's not necessarily it's not necessary that you're going to have a gooseneck kettle at home. You can just have a basic kettle and it's going to do the job. Basically, we're going to put this 500 milliliters of coffee straight into the cafetiere and going to wait till about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to tell you what next, okay? So I'm going to start our timer, and the table is moving. We've got ghosts in here. All right, so you also would like to make sure that obviously you wet all the coffee. Keep an eye on the weight as well. So you can't probably go much more than 500, but it's good to keep the numbers in order there. Right, there we go. So now we're going to leave that this coffee steeping with water for about 2 minutes, and after that I'm going to explain you what we're going to do next. Okay, so when we're going to get to 2 minutes, I'm going to break the crust and clean the top. I've got the bowl and 2 spoons. You can just use 1 tablespoon at home, or a teaspoon is fine. Cleaning this sort of a foam from the top is going to help you get slightly less bitterness in your coffee, which I think all of us like not to have. We are at 2 minutes now, and I'm just going to break this crust and give a good stir. So we're going to agitate this coffee a little bit. And after that, I'm doing with 2 spoons. You don't have to do it with 2. You can just use 1, it's also fine. And you can just put that to the sink or somewhere handy into the cup. Okay. That's almost done. I think I would consider it pretty clean. We can leave that. So the next step, I'm just going to put the plunger on. And at this step, you would like to wait to about 3 minutes when your timer is going to reach 3 minutes. So we're just allowing this brew a little bit longer to go. And after that, we're just going to plunge it down, wait another 2 minutes, and pour ourselves a nice, enjoyable cup, hey? Right. There we go. So when it's plunged, you can just take a seat on your sofa, wait 2 or 3 minutes, and get yourself a cup of coffee. Okay, so after the 2 minutes is gone, we can just pour ourselves a cup. There we go. So today we are drinking here coffee from Costa Rica. Yeah, I think that's what I like about the French press is, or cafetière, the way you like, you can call it. It got this really nice body and texture, but it has like nice acidity going through because of the metal mesh filter. You're getting this acidity and like fruitiness from your coffee as well, with this thick and like covering coating mouthfeel as well. So I definitely recommend, you know, it's super easy to get one of those and just enjoy your coffee at home. There's a lot of different brew methods. If you would like to get in depth with our brew guide, which is super simple as well in the same way, just head to our website for like the extra tips with the grams and the ratios. Thank you.